Hey, I'm Grimes, and this is Everything I Eat in a Day. Usually I wake up and it's a struggle. So I actually have these things that I keep by the bed called Go Cubes that are like caffeinated cubes. And I usually just like eat one of those and then go back to sleep, and then slowly the caffeine enters my system and then I like wake up. Normally I just don't eat all day and then eat one giant meal at dinner, but right now I'm like pregnant, so I obviously don't have that luxury. So lately I've been waking up and I make this thing called butter toast, which is where I melt like a stick of butter on a plate, and then I like put toast in it and then turn the toast over, and like so the toast is completely saturated in butter, and then I put a little bit of jam on it and eat that. But it's actually incredible. Like this butter technique is, it's great. So I don't know, I'm allowed 200 milligrams of caffeine per day right now. For caffeine, I'm between the Go Cubes and like matcha. So I'm really into the fancy matcha from Little Tokyo, and then you get the weird whisk thing and you like whisk it up. I mean, usually my typical breakfast is the butter toast, or a fortified cereal, like Raisin Bran, with like maybe like cut some bananas, like blueberries, I don't know, raspberries. I actually hate fruit, but I am supposed to eat it right now. I basically hate everything besides carbs and fat. Like, I actually dislike vegetables pointedly, but they're important to eat. It's just like vile. It's like broccoli. Like, what the f***? It's like actually disgusting. I don't know how anyone eats it. So to clarify, I usually go to bed around 6 in the morning. Like, my breakfast usually happens at like noon or 1 p.m. So my lunch is technically kind of like my dinner. I have this whole, I want to make a cookbook of like, for people who can't cook, that's kind of like just weird shit you can make very easily. I'm really into this weird recipe I made called sludge. It's like you take couscous, you make the couscous, you take, actually I shouldn't say this because it's kind of gross.
Say it, I want to know.
You take like a ton of veganese and take a ton of sriracha, and then just like cut up. Weirdly, celery tastes really good in this. Tomatoes. Just sort of like take all the vegetables. If you steam some spinach and you throw it all in, and you just make this sludge, like this couscous sludge that's like spicy and got veganese. It's like weirdly good. And veganese, I would say, is one of the few vegan things that's like notably, profoundly better than the original. I would die for veganese. I wouldn't die for vegan. I mean, that's hyperbole. Like on tour and stuff, I typically in the past I've been quite like not good to myself. I actually had this on the last tour for my last record. I had this thing because I was vegan, and I had this thing where I was like the only reliable food is spaghetti. So I was only eating spaghetti for like a year or 2 years. I only ate spaghetti. And then I was just like so sick, and my hair actually stopped growing, and I went to the doctor, and the doctor was like, you actually are malnourished from not eating vegetables or meat and just eating spaghetti for 2 years. So, but yeah, because spaghetti is the only thing though, like in every city it's good. But yeah, I also, that's like, I won't do that again. I won't make the mistake again of only eating spaghetti on tour. Spaghetti is divine though. My favorite restaurant is Cactus Taqueria. I get the veggie burrito. I get all the green sauces. I think it's called salsa verde. Please excuse my incredible ignorance. I'm Canadian. And I just put like a massive amount of green sauce. It's definitely not called green sauce. On the veggie burrito. Like, I don't do cheat meals because I don't believe in like dieting. Like, I just feel like there's like a lot of bad shit in society about body image and stuff. So I don't know. I try to just eat what I want. But my comfort food, I guess, salt and vinegar chips. Miss Vicky's salt and vinegar chips. Specifically binge eating Miss Vicky's salt and vinegar chips while watching TV is like one of the best experiences you can have. What am I snacking on? Oh, I'm supposed to eat, it's vile, but just pure, and I forget why I'm supposed to eat it, but the cottage cheese. Just eating a lot of cottage cheese. There's some nutrient I'm supposed to get from it. Well, it definitely existed before. I probably didn't invent this, but I invented this like weird thing where I like make a thin thing with a tomato, and then I like chop some avocado on it, and then I put like a bit of nutritional yeast on it, like salt and pepper, and it's like a weird little sandwich. It's quite good. It's a weird snack. Although now it's giving me heartburn because tomatoes cause heartburn or something. So, or they're like acidic. I don't know. I eat a lot of like xiaolongbao or dumplings. That's one of my primary favorite dinner things. Dumplings are pretty fantastic. Dumplings are like spaghetti, where they're one of these incredible foods that always taste good. But unlike spaghetti, they have more like nutrients. I love hot dogs because they don't kill cows for hot dogs. So it's like you can eat hot dogs without guilt if you need meat, but you still have vegan tendencies, or you want to try to like avoid creating demand for stuff because it's just all the waste, it's all the extra product. So I'm a huge proponent of hot dogs actually, and it is the best tasting meat as well. So it's basically a win-win. Well, the best hot dog place is Vicious Dogs in LA. I get the Green Hornet where they just put avocado all over it and it's like super spicy. It's just like a hot dog with like tons of like guacamole. I like the food in LA, but I'm from Vancouver, which is like pretty good food city. I think Tokyo might be the best food city. There's one Japanese spaghetti place in LA. It's called Pasta y Pasta and it's in Little Tokyo. And you can get like the Japanese style spaghetti, which a lot of people tell me is like not a real thing, but I don't know, like the noodles seem slightly thinner, it's a bit saltier. It's just like there's like a slight nuance to this Japanese spaghetti that I think is quite special. Dinner date. I mean, this is probably sort of like a crazy thing to say, but I've definitely been on a great dinner date to Mastro's Steakhouse, I guess. It just feels really mobby in there. Lots of like old men in like suits with like pinky rings, like eating steaks. And I'm just like, whoa. Right now I'm not drinking at all, but I love like dark beer, I guess. Like I love like thick beer. I also really love kombucha, which I recently discovered doesn't actually contain anything good for you. Oh, I really like, right now I'm drinking a lot of kefir. Actually lately the one pregnancy craving I have is just actually a glass of milk, which is so weird because I haven't had a glass of milk in like probably 20 years. But lately I've just been having a glass of milk. Just cow's milk. It's probably become clear that I'm not vegan during this trying time. And that's everything I eat in a day. Thanks for watching, and make sure to subscribe to Bazaar on YouTube.